Hey, what's up, y'all? So, today is officially it. Today is the first week of first Monday night. I know it ain't really Monday night, it's actually 1 p.m., but yeah, today is the first Monday of our Bible study series. And today we're going to be focusing on double-minded in this season, in this month. So let me just tell y'all something before we dive in the book. Just want to let you know that every month that I'll be doing my Bible studies, it's going to be a new topic. So this topic is going to be about double-mindedness. And double-mindedness is like, so you believe in God, you serve God, but then you also serve something like money or something, and you serve something else. I mean, the Lord's over here telling you, make up your mind. Because God don't like that. Like, God don't like lukewarm Christians. Let's be for real. But anyways, after all I just said, let's dive into the Word. So, we read James chapter 1, verse 8. It says, being a double-minded man, unstable in all of his ways. Imagine a person whose heart and loyalty is just split down the middle. Yeah, one half wants to serve God, while the other wants to rely on like world and self-interests and things like that. And this will be including doubt and self-love, also loving God. I'm like, God says no. God says no. But for real though, when we get down to divided loyalty, a double-minded person is trying to walk in two opposite directions at once. It's like they want God's blessings and wisdom, but they aren't fully committed to his ways. So let me give you the instability of this. So the verse says he is unstable in all of his ways, not just some. It's a reminder that we can't let's just say compromise our faith if we don't trust God with our whole heart. That instability is going to show up in our finances, our careers, and how we treat others. As we're trying to help this channel out, I know it just started something new, but we're trying to help this channel out to get to 4K. And I've been begging for 4K for over a year, so make sure you go hit that subscribe button, and I'm out. Wait next Monday for another one. God bless. Hey, what's up, y'all? So today is week 2 of this Bible study series. And today we're going to be focusing on Psalms 119. So let's get there. Now, as the whole month of July, we are going to be focusing on double-mindedness. And let's just read Psalms 119, verse 13. So here it says, I hate those who are double-minded, but I love your law. Now what the Lord is saying is he's hating on those who are double-minded. In other words, lukewarm Christian, because God ain't going to put up with lukewarm. He isn't. What I got out of that is compromising. Now, the Lord is not pleased with people compromising with him, because it's like saying, you know what, I'll follow you, but I'm gonna do a little other stuff too, like go to strip clubs, get jacked, get chopped, and things like that. I'm just using today's generation terms, don't mind me, but go in my own flesh, but I'll compromise with you though. I'm gonna follow you. It's like that. But once you try to do those types of things and compromise with the Lord, go with your plan and see what happens, because once you get so deep in your plans, God will not be able to hear you, because you've gotten so far into your plans. And you keep doing the cycle until your time is up. The Lord might be telling you, depart from me, therefore I never knew you. That's because
you compromise with him. You really never talk to him. You always want to do your own fleshly things and still try and talk to him. Like, the Lord does not work that way. He sure doesn't. But when we follow him, like when we actually follow him, start letting go of the things that, that are comfortable, or some of the old things that we just need a break off of that are not of God, and actually start following him, start doing things like Jesus did, and things like that, then life is going to work out. But you say if you're going down the same, that same old cycle, he ain't going to do nothing to you. But if you keep walking in God's will in prayer, he'll lead you somewhere one day. Keep that in mind. Alright, not a lot of time, so see you next Monday.
Hey, what's up guys? So today it is week 3, or day 3, whatever, of doing this Bible study. But let me just tell you something. Since we're focusing on double-mindedness, I also want to get prayer involved, because here is something that I'm about to say. Because let me just tell you something. If you pray in double-mindedness, then prayer does not work, because you prayed in double-mindedness. So if you do good and well that you've done something wrong, ask the Lord to forgive you and come into your heart, and then see how it plays out. So let me try to tell you something. Know it or not, if you committed sin and you just started out praying to God and expecting a miracle is going to happen or whatnot, or you're praying for that specific miracle, let me just tell you something, brother, because your prayers are not going to be answered because you forgot to ask the Lord to come into your heart. That's only if you ask the Lord to come into your heart that your prayers will be answered. Now, keep in mind that if we pray in double-mindedness, then we're basically praying for curses without even knowing it. Now, there's proof to this, and I'm going to tell you why. So, April of last year, I believe it was, I got really sick after coming back home from a conference in Dallas. And at the time, I was living in North Carolina. So we had food back on the airplane, and I don't know, it's like after I got off, I had like a sore throat, and then, I started getting sick and everything. So I believe it was mid-April of last year, I think, and I started praying, hoping by tomorrow I'd get better, but literally later that night, I ended up throwing up, and then that next morning I started sneezing and coughing and all that. And that was because I prayed in double-mindedness. And you could tell that prayer, or the prayer that I prayed when I was sick, did not work because I prayed in double-mindedness. If I had not prayed in double-mindedness, I would not have been coughing that morning. I would have not have been sneezing that morning. But since I prayed in double-mindedness, this lasted for probably about another 3 days until I got better again, eventually. Like, be for real, I had to go to a doctor April 21st, I believe it was, to get me checked up because of the sickness that I had. Not to mention, I prayed on the 16th. Alright, y'all, so time's running out, and I'll see y'all in the next one.